Hey there, hope all of you are staying safe. Different countries declared lockdown on different dates. In some countries, it's been a few weeks, in some, it's been close to a month, and in others, it's been over a month. Now, you're all bored with being stuck at home, and you're starting to worry. You're worried about your careers, your academic future, your businesses, and your financial future. And the one question everyone wants answered is, when will this lockdown end? You've all heard and read reports that some governments are going to slacken the restrictions of lockdown, that some governments have already started doing so. And everyone is hoping their government will do the same, because you're just raring to get out of the house and back into the world. Most of you may have even convinced yourselves that in a few days' time, life will be back to normal. But my friends, I have news for you. Keep watching. This is Sumod Kumar. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe. It will be a great motivation. And do click the bell icon to be notified the instant I upload a new video. If you think about it logically and practically, there are only two conditions where any government can withdraw the lockdown completely. And if any one of these conditions are met, we can celebrate the victory of the human race over the corona pandemic. Before I tell you what the two conditions are, let me give you an idea of what will happen if a government partially or completely withdraws the lockdown at this point in time. The virus has not yet been destroyed, nor has the population been inoculated with any kind of vaccine. The virus has only been contained. Governments have managed to contain the virus within sectors, in states, districts, towns, or counties. But the virus still continues to spread within these sectors. If the lockdown is completely withdrawn at this point in time, people will start traveling throughout the country. There will be social gatherings, political gatherings, religious gatherings, theaters, shopping malls, event hubs, pubs, convention centers, public parks, beaches. Every business will start to function, and people will flock to these places because they've been stuck at home for a month. They want to meet people, do their shopping, watch movies, hang around with friends, eat junk food, breathe the sea air, feel the sun on their body. And you can't blame them. But the virus will once again start to spread with a vengeance because it had not been destroyed, it was only contained. And that containment field is now removed. People will get infected, a lot more people will die, and the government will be forced to bring the lockdown back in effect, and this time imposing more severe restrictions. No government is short-sighted enough to do that. A partial withdrawal can prove to be harmless if the population adheres to the restrictions imposed by the government. But we are humans. We are notorious for breaking the rules. They give us an inch and we'll take the whole foot. People will travel, will gather in public places. Proper hygiene protocol will be thrown in the wind, and the virus will once again be able to take hold, especially since we see that now people testing positive for COVID-19 are not showing any symptoms. So any wise government will partially or completely withdraw the lockdown only if any one of these conditions are met. Condition 1. An effective WHO approved vaccine is discovered and administered to every individual in the country. We are talking about governments, remember? Creating and administering a vaccine to a country's entire population has 4 basic stages of progress. If I just tell you how long it will take to successfully complete the 4th and final stage, you're not going to believe me. Mainly because you want this lockdown to end as soon as possible. So let me project a minimal progressive timeline and forecast the duration it'll take to reach the 4th and final stage successfully. The first stage is creating the vaccine. We know that scientists and medical research facilities around the world are even at this moment working 24/7 attempting to create an effective vaccine. And let's say that a potentially effective vaccine is found today. The next stage is testing and observation. We know that the maximum time of incubation for the virus, the time it takes the virus to overcome the immune system of the host body, is 14 to 28 days. But researchers will need to be absolutely sure of the effectiveness of the vaccine to verify that the virus is not able to adapt to the vaccine and flare up again after subsiding initially. And so the observation period will be defined to a minimum of 45 days. Probably a lot longer, but let's go with 45. Once the vaccine is proven effective, the next stage is mass production. Companies manufacturing pharmaceutical products will work 24/7 to mass produce the vaccine. But there are other time-consuming issues like patenting, agreeing on remuneration, finalizing contracts, and lots others. But let's say, from the time the vaccine has received WHO approval to the time the legalities are finished, to companies receiving the ingredients list and procedural instructions of preparing the vaccine, and then acquiring the raw material required to produce the vaccine, to actually being able to supply the product. Let's say due to the urgency of the situation, they are able to do so in 2 weeks' time, 14 days, and that's being very generous. Now comes stage 4, the colossal task of administering the vaccine to each and every individual in the country. I'm not going into the details here because there are plenty, like logistics, medical equipment, medical personnel, locations, information sharing, and lots more. But once again, let's say that due to the urgency of the situation, they are able to do so in 3 weeks' time, 21 days, and again, that's being very generous. Once done, the government can completely withdraw the lockdown. So the first condition will take 80 days, nearly 2 months and 3 weeks at the very least to be achieved. The second condition is logically very simple. We know from latest studies that the lifespan of the virus outside of a host body is a maximum of 72 to 75 hours. Just adding a 3-hour cushion of safety there, and once it enters a host body is 14 to 28 days, after which the virus is destroyed. Studies are still being conducted to verify if the virus is completely destroyed or is only made temporarily impotent by the antibodies produced by the host body upon infection, and can it flare up again after adapting. But until further updates are received, let us assume that the virus is destroyed. So if even a single COVID-19 positive case has not been identified in the country for 45 days continuously, I'm adding an additional 2 weeks as precaution, considering recent reports where patients who had been declared cured of the infection are testing positive again. The government can be sure that the virus has been effectively destroyed. Given the number of positive cases being identified daily in almost every country, I'd say it'll take at least a month from today to be able to even start counting the 45 days. So, the second condition can only be achieved in 2.5 months at the earliest. So it will take at least 2.5 months from today for any government to completely withdraw the lockdown. And if a partial withdrawal of the lockdown is executed, the severity of the restrictions imposed will continue to fluctuate in accordance to the flaring and subsiding of the infection until any one of the two conditions are met. But this is my view on the subject that I'm sharing with you. What your government is going to do, we'll have to see. If any of you have read about, heard of, or can think about any other condition where the lockdown can be withdrawn, please share in the comments below. Now, the real reason I made this video is to ask this favor from all of you. I'm sure that no government will completely withdraw the lockdown under 2 months. But if your government does partially withdraw the lockdown, please follow the rules laid down by your government. Respect the restrictions. Follow proper hygiene protocol. This is for your safety and the safety of the life of your loved ones and every other human being out there. You get only one life, and it's precious. It's priceless. If you like this video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to be notified the instant I upload something new. See you in my next video. Stay safe. This is Sumodh Kumar. Thank you for watching.